Good morning. Have another day in Glory's garden. And I just came back to show you all how I'm starting to add stuff to the little compost that I'm making up. Today I added some flowers that I had got for my birthday. They finally gave out. And I also pulled some mushrooms right here from another flower pot. I try to get rid of them because my granddaughter be out here, and the first thing she said, "Oh, Nona, we eat mushrooms," and I don't want her eating them. So usually, if I see a mushroom in a pot, I hurry up and try to stick it in the soil. I added some paper towels to it and some more toilet paper rolls to it. But I just wanted to show you guys that from the last video that I did about how I make up fertilizer and how I do my soil. Just wanted to come and show you those things. But we're out here in the garden today hoping to get some work done. I need to get in these green stalk towers. I need to go around and loosen up the soil, add some little amendments to it. So I'll be doing that. And I'm going to start back here towards the back of the garden on the patio. I'm going to start with my black green stalk tower. I'm sure that's not what it's called because, you know, if you're familiar with green stalks, you know, they don't go by colors. They have names for everything that kind of line up with the color. So that might be charcoal or whatever. I never could remember what the black one was called. I didn't look it up. But I'm going to start by going in these pockets, loosening up the soil in the empty pockets, doing some amendments to it. I'm going to make up my dirt with my black cow and my other fertilizer in my bucket. And I'm going to just add that in there while I stir it up and make sure that soil is loose because I have a lot of the seedlings that going to need transplanting and they're going to need their own pocket because I dropped like 5 or 6 seeds in there. And I know those things can't grow in the pocket like that. A few of them might be able to, but most of them probably would need their own pocket or maybe 2 in the pocket, maybe 3 at the most. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Any pocket that I haven't dropped seeds in, I'm going to go amend those, loose that soil up, and just really prepare the dirt. That's what I'm going to be doing, preparing the soil, amending the soil, or whatever you want to call it. So I need to do that in the garden today. It rained all night. It rained this morning. It's not all hot and sunny, so this is really a good time to come out, and I will have to come out here anyway and check the garden. Y'all, guess what's going on? If you remember me talking to you about this big, huge eggplant, the turkey orange eggplant, and how it is just getting tall, not giving any eggplant, guess what? Let me show you. Baby, it's starting to come through. Have one there, one right there, and 2 coming right there. So I guess the temp just needed to get right on them because these corners back here, this black green stalk tower and this stone green stalk tower, they're producing now. There's plenty of peppers back here. I've put little tiny seedlings that I grew from seed. All of this is what I grew from seed back here. Most of these is what I grew from seed because when I look, I only see the tags that I made in them. So most of these I grew from seed and they're really starting to produce. Look, bell pepper, flowers. Got flowers on this one, and that's a cayenne pepper. Cayenne never really done me right, but look now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, they everywhere now. Usually I'll get like 1 cayenne pepper. I'll harvest it. I'll get another one. You know, these are purple peppers. I really want to say they're the purple cayenne, but I couldn't read the tag that I wrote. All I saw was purple, which is clearly purple. But if you look over here, more flowers on these, it's really starting to produce. So even though I'm trying to get ready for fall, I'm not taking my peppers plants out. Yeah, I'm going to let them stay as long as they can. And let them stay until they say they can't take the weather no more. And if they start looking real good and it's starting to get cool temps, I'll wrap them up. I sure will. I'll wrap them up. I already have my frost cloth I bought frost cloth for my fruit trees because when I first got the fruit trees, we had a little bit of bad weather, and at that time I only had three fruit trees, so we was able to put them into my shed. But all these fruit trees my daughter done bought me, all those can't go in the shed. So I will have to figure out something. So I call myself already being prepared by buying frost covers for fruit for trees. So I have like four of those because if push come to shove, I could get some of them in the shed. I think the ones that I feel might be the most delicate, that can't take any cold. But I know those blueberry plants, they're gonna take some cold. Cause I'm trying to think if I covered them when we had the snow, and if not, they bounce back. Everything that's the blueberries, I had those during the snow, and the blackberries and the grapevine, I didn't cover those. They still made it. So, and over here on this eggplant and on my raspberry tower, have an eggplant coming right here, and the shishito peppers are still coming in. So I don't want to take these things out just because I'm preparing for fall. And like my tomato plant over here, I'm just out here checking my garden. I do this every time when it rains just to see what's surviving. That tomato plant, it has tomatoes and flowers. I'm gonna let it stay. Now here I dropped some broccoli. I haven't seen anything of it yet. I've been turning the irrigation system on, keeping them wet. Haven't seen any germination or anything yet. I didn't really read on how long it takes broccoli seeds to produce, germinate and start sprouting. But it is stuff planted on both sides of this bed. This side is broccoli. The other side is something else. I can't see the tag, but I know I have something planted down there. So it looked like it's a lot of empty pockets out here. Excuse me, I'm stepping over toys over here, so I'm raising the camera up. It looked like we have a lot of empty pockets out here, but some of it is because the seeds hadn't germinated or they're real tiny down in the bottom. So that's what I'm doing out here today, loosening up soil. Gonna move some seedlings around if the weather permit. We are due to get more rain. At least that's what the weatherman says. Sometimes they know what they're talking about, honey, and sometimes they don't. Maybe, oh, it's not gonna rain till 4 o'clock, and here it is, 8 a.m. You wake up, it's already raining. So, and I see some more, a little one red okra right there, and then it also had a flower on it. So hopefully that's gonna be an okra as well. Like I said before, my okra has just been slow this season, and that's okay. It's still giving us something, and I have another green one here with 3 or 4 more flowers on it, so that's great. And jalapeno peppers and stuff are really popping out. They're doing great. I may have to harvest these before I go in the house today. Of course, the habanero, and look here at my sweets. Y'all see them? Now these two, I guess they just want to be fertilizer for the soil, because that's what I'm gonna do with them. Stick them back down in there. But everything else is turning. I try to let them stay on the bush as long as I can, because I just believe it gets that natural sweet flavor from just staying on the vine as long as it can. I don't know what happened to these. They started out great, but hey, it is what it is. They won't go to waste, because I'm going to stick them back down in the soil. I'm going to break them open, see how the seeds look, because they're so tiny. They may not have too many seeds in them. But then I got so many more over here. So, we're grateful for all this stuff over here in Glory's Garden. Anything that produced that we could harvest and take in the house and have for food, it's a blessing. Another eggplant on this one right here, and one coming in right there. Now my strawberries have been producing. You can see the flowers there. Y'all, I'm holding the camera in my hand, so if it's shaking or whatever, yeah, it's me. The flowers right there on those strawberries, but the birds have been beating me out here. I have another eggplant right here. Those cucumbers down there, right here, they're getting a little tall. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for them to produce before the cold weather really, the cool weather comes in. but I'm gonna let them stay there and keep growing as long as they're growing. I'm not pulling anything. So I do have two more green stalk towers that's coming in because I know I have a lot of seedlings in these other pockets of the green stalk tower, and plus I just want those new colors. And I'm trying to limit as many grow bags as possible. I started to get two. Let me sit y'all down just in case I'm trembling by holding this stand. And I just threw something on my head and got up, freshened up, and just came on out here. But I started to get two raised beds. I like my raised beds high, so at least 3 feet. You know, that about comes to my, to a little below my waistline. I don't want to have to do a lot of bending and getting down and all of that because I could have found some raised beds that was real cheap, but they so low to the ground, 1 foot up. That ain't nothing for me. I might as well just sit down in the dirt. That's just how I feel. But at my age of 56, I don't feel like bending down all the time. I don't want to do that. Come out here in the garden. To me, that's not fun. That's like back breaking labor. I don't want to do that. So I don't get those kind. That's why the ones over here that I have against my wall, they're 3 feet high. So that works for me. I could bend over some. It's not that tedious versus getting down or stooping down on my knees or bending down on my little chair. Yeah, I got a chair I could flip up down and get down on my knees. I don't want to do that. So I don't purchase those type of things. So I started to get two raised beds, 3 feet high, 6 feet long. But then I got to thinking about the kind of gardener that I am. I like to shift stuff around. I like to move things. I can't move those. Once you get those raised beds and you get all that soil in it, honey, who fixing to move that? Nobody. They gonna be stuck. And I know how this garden has changed from since the beginning of March of 2024. How this garden has changed. And if I wasn't a container gardener, I wouldn't be able to do that. So that's why I decided to go just with the green stalk towers. And plus I do love the green stalk towers, and they come in different colors, so I could add some, more color to my garden as well. But I'm just making space, and I'm always thinking about the garden and what I could do to change things. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna cut this video right here. I just wanted to come on and tell y'all what we're doing. I'll come back and forth to and I will show you some of the work that I'm doing as I go along, but this video is already 12 minutes, and it's just with me talking about what I'm doing in the garden. So I don't want to extend it too long. So all I'm doing right here is just going through, loosening up the pockets, because this soil has been sitting. Things that didn't make it, like through the summer or whatever, I pulled them. Things that just died, I pulled them out. So the soil has just been sitting and need to be loosened up. So that's basically what I'm doing. And I already have my little dirt made up. So I'm taking some of this. It has everything in it that it needs already. I already mixed it up in there. And this time I added some perlite so it could keep my soil fluffy. And I'm just sticking that in there. Just two little small handfuls. Is this time consuming? Yes, it is. But I set a time on how long I'm going to be out here. Which most of the time I go over that time. Y'all know how it is when you get in the garden. You see 1,000 things. You come out here to do one thing and you see 10 more. Like, oh, I got to do that. Especially if it's some harvesting. And it probably would be easier to do if I unstack this, but I'm not doing that. And if I have to, I'll come back and top some of them off with some ocean forest soil. Now those two green stalk towers that I got coming in, now they probably won't have ocean forest. So I'm gonna tell you, ocean forest soil is not cheap, but it's a good soil. But Kellogg soil has grown my fruit and in my garden too, and it's half the price of ocean forest. I just like ocean forest because it has less sticks, or really no sticks. And it has that fish and shrimp and stuff like that so grind up to everything just look like soil. But that's what I'm doing. I'm using that same mixture I showed you all in my last video where I was doing fertilizer. It's with the compost, with black cow compost, the plant tone, and worm casting. And the only thing different I added this time was some perlite because I want to try to keep this soft. And yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to keep you guys so you can see me do this whole thing, but every empty pocket on here, I am going to go through it and then I'm going to move on to the next one. So what I decided to do was to go ahead on and just start transplanting some of my seedlings. I'm not putting all in this pot because I know this is some fresh fertilizer, and I'm hoping, that I mix it up well enough that it's not burning out anything. And these are watermelon radishes. I'm trying to be careful with them because they seem so fragile. And I believe I'm gonna top this off with some ocean forest soil because it's still kind of low down. And if I'm gonna use these green stalk towers, then I'm gonna follow the instructions that the creator of the green stalk towers gave out, and that's to have the soil. It has a soil level on it. This soil is way down, so I'm gonna add some soil to it. And one thing I do like about this Fox Farm, that bag is so sealed up. All this rain we got, this soil is still dry. See that? It's very easy. I didn't have to call my husband to come out here and tote it over here for me. Because once that soil is wet, those bags are extremely heavy to me. So I just wanted to show you. So I have that top ring planted out. I have one pocket left around here to do. This one has the pepper in it that has peppers on it. So I won't be doing anything with that particular pocket, at least not right now. But I will do something with this one right next to it. I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing out here. I'm renewing the soil, freshening it up, adding amendments, and also transplanting over some of the seedlings so they can have a good start. I'm not sure how deep down I need to plant these watermelon radish, but it seems like they need to go a little deeper. Now that seems a little better. And after I get all this done, then I'll go back and water in. If the sun is kind of coming out, but it's still gray clouds too. But there's gray clouds over here behind me, and this way a little sunshine. But we are due to get more rain, like I said, according to the weatherman, the weather forecast rather. Well, y'all, the rain caught me. I had to give it up. I had to make a mad dash for it and run in the house. I think that's gonna be the end of the garden work for today.